let's go back to you and put you on the spot. So for your
Go for
vlogs,
it.
for your vlogs, are there things that you won't show, or you like are kind of mindful about? Like you
That's a
mentioned the
good
people,
question. Yeah.
the people
What
on the
won't you touch?
field, or,
Hmm.
or like are there fights? You're like, oh shit, like this is kind of getting out of control, or is there like,
I do have some fights in stadiums. One throwback video I want to do was the last Battle of the Bay in at Levi Stadium in 2018 when the Raiders were still Oakland. And no joke, I caught a lot of fights in that
Oh, you got to
game.
post that. You got to post
Oh yeah, yeah. I
for
posted.
sure.
So the funny thing is, not only did I caught the video footage of like people fighting, whatever, but my videos went viral.
Formation. Offense. Number 70. Underneath the flag. Results of the play.
Oh shit! Damn, he's busted.
Number 18. Dante Phillips is there.
Was that a Niner against a Niner?
That's Niner on Niner.
Oh man, what's going on in this world?
Look at that boy, no.
Like
Oh,
no
right,
joke,
right,
when I
right.
posted it, literally I had so many news people message me and say, "Oh, Leo, could we use your video? We'll give you credit."
Well, you need cash. You need some money.
oh, there you go.
That's what I'm saying. If I got a good video that TV wants, I need some money. I need some Skrilla right there.
Well, the thing is, I was younger, so I didn't know much about it, and there was already other websites using my videos. So I was like, "Fuck!" Because no joke, literally the fights they were getting shared like crazy, and so I was like, "Yeah, you just give me credit, so that way people know, it came from me, whatever." And no joke, like I recorded once I came back from the event, I recorded so many of the morning video news, whatever, and they literally showed my fights almost over and over and over. And then the next like let's say I'll go to Fox, they will show it. I go to Channel 5, they will show it, and I'm like, oh crap, like this video is everywhere. And it was funny because the video was a Niner fan fighting another Niner fan, and it's on my Instagram if you want to go way back in 2018. But yeah, literally, and one of the Niner fans got busted up. And with me, I'm good at recording stuff and zooming in. So like the way I zoom in on his face was almost perfectly, because like right when he turned around, that's when you could just see like the gash of blood like on his face. And luckily I was able to record it on my phone too, like the news people talking about my video, which whenever I do that throwback video, I'm gonna save it for I think the next time the Raiders and Niners play in regular season is next season. So I'll probably release it next season. They're gonna play in Vegas, which that should be an interesting one.
Easily I approach the fifth of him because there ain't no joke.
All right, here we go. What episode is this, Marcos? What is it?
26.
26. Aloha. I'm back on the mainland, back in the Bay Area, and who else better than to have from the Bay? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Leo. Yes. I'm also called LCC for my Mexican Spanish speakers. That guy, the puffy hair creeper. I have a lot of nicknames, but Leo, yes. Leo, yes. That is definitely what I go through on YouTube. So catch it up. Leo, yes. Entertainment. That's the YouTube channel.
There you go. So hit the subscribe button on him and us, folks. Come on.
Yes.
Hit
Show that
button.
love.
Hit that button.
Damn. So can you explain the puppy hair? What was it? The puppy hair what?
Oh, the puffy hair. Dude, so I have so many nicknames. I have long hair. Literally, my hair goes to like down to below my shoulders. And so back in the day, my nickname used to be called Creeps. So they used to be like, oh man, you got that puffy hair, because literally my hair without gel, it's like an afro.
Shit. Yeah.
So they'll be like, man, they're like, oh, it's the puffy hair creeper. So a lot of people would just call me like that puffy hair, creeper, because my nickname used to be Creeps. So I'm usually the guy that has a lot of nicknames. but right now I'm going with Leo. Yes, yes. So
Dope.
yeah, the reason why I say yes, yes is because I say that a lot. So a lot of
That's better than no.
for real.
Yeah.
So no joke. It all started when I try to give people shots and be like, "Oh, let's take another shot." Yes, yes. Let's do it. Yes, yes. And kind of peer pressuring, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie though, I did get it from somebody else that would say it, and then it caught on for like the group of us, like back 10 years ago. And I just always said it. And when I would go to Mexico, I'd be like, "Mas tequila, sí, sí? Mas tequila, sí, sí?" And then a lot of times the my family would be like, "Oh, hey, CC, what's up?" And they'll call me SCC, and then a lot of other people be like, "Hey, it's a yes, yes, man." And I owned it. I was like, "All right, if I'm getting called it, I'm gonna own it." So
there it is. It's
That's
on the
it.
shirt.
exactly. Yes,
It's
yes.
on the shirt. Oh shit.
So besides being yes, yes, and the fluffy hair guy, one thing me and you have in common: huge Raider fans, right?
Exactly, dude. I've been going to so many Raider games. I lost count on how many games I've been to. Season ticket member since 2015.
Oh shit, man.
Yep. That's how I met this guy in the D lot, the famous D lot.
No joke. If you could find the clip where you're interviewing me, I have a Stone Cold mask on, and I was walking around with the mask on and a shirt that says Oakland 316.
We'll find it. We'll find the clip.
No joke. Literally, I was literally just walking around, and people were like, "Oh, can I take a picture with you?" Like, "Oh man, that's the Raider Stone Cold right there." So I was literally walking all over the parking lot before the Raider game. And yeah, I see Rob, and he was like, "Hey man, look, we got Stone Cold." He interviewed me, and I was like,
Oh my God, what's the final score today? What's the final score today?
'Oh, what's up, man?" And then that's how I met him. And then I forgot. I don't know if he gave me the Instagram or what, but I was like, "Oh yeah, man, send me your link so I could watch that video." And he sent it to me, man. And I literally shared the hell out of it, dude, because like I literally had that idea where I was like, "Oh, Stone Cold Raider Austin, I'm gonna do that."
Oh
but,
shit.
But that was the third last game before they went to Vegas. So I was pissed off because I was like, man, like the amount of pictures I could have, or I could have been like almost like Gorilla Rilla, if you guys know who it is. Yep. I could have been like him with the Stone Cold mask, but like I said, I thought about it too late, and now they're in Vegas. So
yeah.
So two questions. Well, maybe 3 or 4 questions, but okay,
that's all good.
Let's start like with season tickets. So that it's a nice flex. But I know you. But like we talked for hours before this, and we didn't record any of it. No, I'm just kidding. But
that's how it be with podcasts.
But you said that you put in a lot of hours at the work. So like for the average person, how do you kind of get into the whole ticket holder thing and make it like work for you and all that? Because that's a fucking dope fucking way to like spend your time and your money.
Definitely
for your team.
So pretty much I go to a lot of events, and it all started when I went to I think it was the Battle of the Bay game in 2014, Raider versus Niner. I went to that game, and after that, the Raiders would send me emails about season tickets and all that. And for that season in 14, that was Carr's rookie year, and we weren't doing good. I think we were 3 wins.
They were aggressive with season ticket sales. I remember too. They'd email me and AC, and they'd have some good prices back then.
They did. No joke. I was sitting. So my seat was section 145, row 28. And for the whole season, it was $7.50 per ticket. So I bought 2.
Oh shit. That's cheap. I mean, that's
for literally the whole season.
Yeah.
And yeah, literally I've always renewed it. They did increase it after we made it to the playoffs one time, even though we didn't win the playoffs. And
right.
You know, the cluster, with the whole season after that with Carr. And
I think E and J was in there in that playoff. wasn't it? It was Irk and Jerk at the quarterbacks. That's when Carr got hurt in Denver, right?
Carr got hurt. McGloin got hurt. McGloin was the one that got hurt in Denver. Carr got hurt with the Colts. I was at that game, dude. I was
And then,
like,
and then E and J had to come in.
yeah, and then yeah, dude, it was just all messed up after that. As soon as the playoffs came, we already knew we're not gonna win. Houston, boom, eliminated right there.
So,
But that's like 50% of fun. The tailgate was the rager, right? The tailgate was
literally no joke. So in my latest video, I think it was a throwback video I made, but the last Oakland Coliseum Raider game, literally, like, I've recorded so much from the last tailgate. So the good thing is my family would tailgate a lot at those games. And I knew a lot of other people that had big tailgates to the point where, like, they had the Mexican bands, the bandas.
oh
And
shit!
literally, it was like a quinceañera, like right there. Ooh, like literally, like everybody all dancing and just, dude, it was a celebration before the game.
It was a celebration.
I guess
it,
we
it
call
wasn't
that.
a Raider tailgate unless you heard La Chona, right?
That's a fast one, right?
Yeah.
That's
That's when you know you arrived in the D lot.
exactly.
Chona came on.
And it was played a lot too.
So okay, well, let's get back to let's stay on tailgate, I guess. So when you like click up with your friends or family or whatever,
Yeah.
how do you also like pick out a spot? Because I remember, like, we used to go to the Giants games when we were kids, and it would there'd be that one like parking tower, and you'd be like, park by the parking tower, because everyone knew where that was at.
Yeah.
But, like, for you guys, like with the Raiders, so you got your family, is there other people you kind of holler at, got like a text chain, or like how do you guys kind of situate that?
So I know a lot of people. So a lot of people would message me and be like, "Oh man, I'm over here at the D lot. I'm over here at the B lot. I'm over here." Like, literally, they'll tell me where they're at. And there's times where I'll literally, like, I don't know how you want to call it, tailgate hopping, not bar hopping,
Oh,
but literally tailgate hopping.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll be there like 30, 40 minutes just chilling, and I'm like, all right, let's go to the tailgate. And people just tell me, be like, "Hey man, bring some beer and come tailgate with us." So there's times where I'll be at the bar just with the 12 pack and then just walking around and then be like, "I got the beers." And
nice.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna miss those times, man. Just a lot of memories, I'll tell you that for sure.
So with the aspect of being a season ticket holder and then them going to Vegas, did they holler at you guys and try to offer you anything? I mean,
Yeah,
it's kind
so
of
what
hard
they-
because you don't live there, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, they still send the emails. If you wanted to
Super
renew.
expensive though, man. Wow.
No-
Probably 3 times the price.
No joke. So literally, for my tickets, I would have to cash out at least 30 G's to get the license to get the right to purchase the ticket for my seats.
Wow.
So the PSLs is what they call it.
Right.
And I was like, man, I could just buy another car with that money.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Or a down payment somewhere
Yeah.
else, out the bay. So I decided not to renew them right there. But I do know a lot of other people that did renew their season tickets, believe it or not.
Really?
And they were like, yeah, man, it was really expensive. But
They're
I didn't have the money to it. I didn't want to spend that much to, for all that. So
Yeah, because you got to fly out there. You got to have a place to stay. There's a lot that comes with it.
exactly. So it's just like, I mean, I love the Raiders. I love football. But when it comes to all that much money, I'll wait until the stadium gets older and hopefully they get rid of the seat licensing. I mean, no joke, with what's going on today with the Raiders. The cheapest seat it went from like 800 before the season to like 188.
Oh my god.
You just got to be patient. So
Yeah. It's going to become like this circus of stadiums at some point.
true story.
Yeah, the Westward Ho.
Yeah.
Shout out
Westward
Westward Ho.
Yeah.
Circus.
Oh,
Well,
man.
let's get right into it. Speaking of the Raiders, it's a hot button. John Gruden. Let's get into it. Go ahead. What's your take? We talked a little bit earlier, but go ahead.
All right, man. So what's the time limit that we got?
Well, let's start with is that whole like the way the NFL is doing it, right? So my understanding, so this is I'm not a Raiders fan. I'm a Niners fan. I'm new. I had to research this whole thing. So basically the NFL is doing research and a whole case on the Washington Redskins, now the Washington football team.
Yeah.
And then through that process, they came up with like 650,000 emails or some bullshit like that. And through that, Gruden was in there talking to either the general manager, I forget the owner of the Washington football team, and then said some shit like anybody would. So anyway, let's get to that point. It's like through something fucking way different, here's Gruden getting involved. So as a Raiders fan,
it was an attack. It was an attack.
Like honestly, like I don't agree with the stuff that he says. I'm gonna just say it right there. Okay. But the questioning on like, all right, so they're investigating the Washington football team for a lot of shady stuff that's going in that work environment, and Gruden's the only one that gets brought up. Not even the person that he's talking to. We don't get no emails on them responding back to Gruden. Just what Gruden said and the words that he says about the commissioner and just the kneeling down and all that. It's just questionable because it's like, all right, out of all of those emails, it's just Gruden that gets leaked, and he's the one that's, let's just face it, he pretty much got fired. And so why is he being attacked by the media when the whole investigation was with the Washington football team? Gruden wasn't even a part of the NFL that time. So
yeah, exactly.
It's questionable, but I mean, like I said, I don't want to be conspiracy theories or nothing like that, but it's just like more than likely it's probably the NFL. Well, as Raider fans, we know the NFL doesn't like the Raiders, but let's just put it that way. And we know for a fact they needed a scapegoat, and John Gruden was the perfect one with today's day and age. They're like, oh man, we gotta release it, because somebody in the NFL released those emails to the media.
Well, it was Roger Goodell, wasn't it?
More than likely.
Yeah. I mean, it was the commissioner. This is a rumor I heard, but it was the commissioner who leaked it himself.
It could have.
I wouldn't be surprised, especially how Gruden's the one that was talking about him, you know, calling him a pussy in the FAG word, you know. So.
Right. Yeah, you call out the wrong guy, you're gonna get fucking the mob coming down on you on that.
But it's crazy because he wasn't with the Raiders organization. He wasn't with that company. It was 11 years ago, and he's being held accountable for it. I mean, to me, that's tough.
It's kind of in today's age with the cancel culture. You know how they'll go find something from the 80s, and if they want to attack you, they'll do it, and they'll find a way to make you look bad, and you know. But the funny thing is, when you think about like people saying the FAG word or whatever, homophobic comments, they have a rapper that's gonna perform in the halftime at Super Bowl that used to say that word all the freaking time. So it's kind of like,
Eminem. Yeah.
I was trying to see. I was like, let me see if you guys would know who I'm talking about. Yeah. But so literally, back in the day, it was a whole different world. It was a whole different, mindset, and just how they're going with, oh yeah, look what Gruden said like 10 years ago, and everybody's like, yeah, man, that's messed up. He should be gone. Which, honestly, with the mindset, a lot of people, even in my coworkers, some are pissed off with Gruden because they think he's a racist now, and others are like, man, it's the NFL trying to attack us, But it's just very questionable how they release Gruden's comments, but they don't release any others of the 650,000.
There's somebody on the other side of the email.
Exactly. Right? There always is, and they don't want to release it, and they're probably not going to release it.
Right. And a couple points to that. Like I was watching a movie today with Seth Rogen. He's like a mall cop, and it was like
observing report.
Yeah.
That's like old comedy you can't do anymore.
Yeah, like they had Ray Liotta and Seth Rogen in the police office, and then Ray Liotta's calling him. He's like, "You're an F word. You're an R word. Like I don't know what the word, Down syndrome, whatever. But you're yeah. So he spits those out like so fluidly, and then they have like another scene where like like they're banging the beauty counter hoe. You know, like you can't do that kind of stuff anymore, right?
The House Bunny, yeah. I love
Yeah,
that
yeah,
movie,
yeah.
man.
So it's funny, but it's like, yeah, all that humor's old. We're old.
Yeah, if you watch 90s humor, like any Seth Rogen, Will Smith, Step Brothers, even that movie Old School that we lived on in college, you can't do that humor.
It's just it changed so much, but at the same time, if it was back in the day, let it be back in the day.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know?
Well,
but,
like, sorry, not to cut you off. I just was gonna say, like, so like one other point I just want to quickly make is that the people, like a lot of the women that are filing those charges or were like the
football, Washington football.
Exactly. They want the emails to come out, like literally it's the 650,000 or whatever. They want those emails to come out, and they're trying to go to like the advertisers that are putting the money into whether it's the Washington football team or the NFL. So I think that may be interesting too.
There's going to be other heads that are going to roll, not just Gruden.
No, for sure.
You know, I don't think Gruden's going to squeal. I think he's just going to ride out in the sunset. But if he wanted to be petty, I'm sure he could throw people under the bus.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
I don't think he will, but I don't know.
The thing about Gruden, with my opinion, is I'm not too sad or too pissed about it, because Gruden was very questionable. I think the first thing he did was trade Khalil Mack, and it blew up. Yeah. It made us look bad, even though some people were like, "Oh, why are you gonna pay Khalil Mack so much money?" You know, it went back and forth, but that move in the media made us look bad. And then the next year, Antonio Brown. Look at all the bad publicity we got with Antonio Brown and Gruden and
Hard Knocks.
It was
train wreck.
Yeah, it was a cluster, man. It was, yeah. So there's so many. I could list so many, and then like Rob said earlier, before we did the podcast, the play calling that he did the last couple games that were very questionable. So yeah, man. And then when you think about like his accomplishments, he was around a lot of Hall of Famers with those accomplishments. Right. With the Raiders, and then the early his early years with the Tampa Bay. So I mean, and then his drafting's been questionable and just so much stuff. So I'm kind of like, all right, he's kind of whatever. Let's see what's next.
Yeah. If we, like I said, if we were 5-0, maybe I'd be super pissed right now. But we just lost to Khalil Mack. Speaking of Khalil Mack, we just took a fucking nosedive to Chicago.
Yep, and we played
the Chargers are a good team. We can see that now, but we should have beat the Chargers. We came back. We were on their tail. Being 3-2, let's shake it up. Let's mix it up. I think Raider fans are okay right now.
You guys are doing way better. You're doing better than Niners are. Shit. I mean, I gotta watch
it's the same record,
week to week on that bullshit. I'm so sick of that.
Well, you have a rookie quarterback, so I mean,
we had
you just gotta let him develop.
And then, like nobody lasts very long. It's like fucking San Jose. Everyone's getting fucking blasted at the bars. And then
I will say for the Niner fans, I do feel bad that with the whole Jimmy G situation, because some are like, let's keep him.
Yeah,
some
I want
are
to
like,
keep him.
Get rid of him, and it's back and forth. But yeah, for example, people are saying that he's too injury prone, and he might be, but it's one of those. The media is not going to leave that alone with Jimmy G.
All right. Let's talk about wrestling real quick.
Let's do it. Man, let's do it.
Who's the best old wrestler going right now? Goldberg is one of them who's still like in rotation. Undertaker just retired.
Steve Austin.
Steve has been retired for a few years, but he's doing podcasts.
I would say Chris Jericho.
Ooh, with AEW. He's
AEW.
AEW's rocking that.
I mean, he's still having matches. And he was the first AEW world champion, and he put him on the map. And then not just that, but he was doing New Japan shows during his title reign too.
He does those good Vice things too. Those behind the mat, or what's it called?
The Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah,
dude, that's a good show.
Good documentaries.
I gotta watch that. That's probably the one I haven't watched.
No joke. Vice has it on their YouTube channel. I think it was the first couple episodes. They have the one with the plane ride from hell.
Oh, that's a good one.
They have it on YouTube.
That was they were in England, right?
Yeah, from England, and they had I think it was like a 15-hour flight or something like that. But that's the video that got Ric Flair canceled.
Oh, really? I didn't even know there was like an actual
He was
video.
being
for
nice
that.
to the stewardesses.
Yeah, he was being a little too kindly with a lot of alcohol in his system.
Damn.
But this was back in 03, and you know how it cancel culture.
Back when you could do those things.
Yeah, anything was legal back then.
Especially if you were Ric Flair.
Yeah, the nature boy.
Exactly. Woo!
So Rob kind of mentioned that you do go to events still, and you do try to get to like the big ones. So what big events have you gone to in your lifetime?
Oh my goodness. So I've been to 3 WrestleManias.
Holy shit.
Yeah. One at Levi Stadium, 31. I've been to the New York one, 35. And I've been to the recent one in Tampa Bay.
God damn.
So there's those. I've been to how many NBA finals? I've been to at least 3 NBA finals.
God damn.
With the Warriors. Oh, the Sharks only Stanley Cup final. I went to that one too. They lost, sad to say, but it was an exciting environment though. I'm trying to think what else.
Michael, you just went to was Florida. That wasn't that long. Was that last year?
That was this year in Tampa. Yeah. That one was a little more crazier because they had the the whole COVID thing right there still going on. So they had us separated, and a lot of us a lot of things that filled the seats were those cardboard people.
Oh, okay.
And it was just weird that it was just me and my friend that's in Miami, that lives in Miami, and we had the seats together, but everything around us was cardboard people.
Oh,
so
shit.
I was like, man, this is new. Like, I like the leg room though. Don't get me wrong. I was kind of just chilling, but it just felt weird. But the good thing though is the environment was still crazy. I think it was only like 20,000 people in that stadium, but everybody was going crazy just because it was their first WWE event in like over a year, and it was a great show, man. They had the pyro on almost every entrance, dude. It was with I also have the video on my YouTube channel too, so check it out.
We'll include that. Yeah, we'll include that in here. So
your video, real quick, your videos are real good. I gotta throw this out and ask. It's like we asked Loyal Manny. They're edited so well. Who's editing them?
I edit everything.
Wow.
Damn.
So
we need some pointers.
Yeah. So everything on my YouTube channel, I edit everything, and I'm not gonna lie, it's fun.
It's tedious. Right?
It's very time consuming. I enjoy it a lot, but see how I work 10 to 12 hours a day, I don't always have time. So if I'm not doing anything at the house on the weekend, that's when I'm working on the YouTube channels. And no joke, I think for each video, besides maybe 2 or 3, it will take me the whole Saturday and almost the whole Sunday to edit.
Yeah. See, that's good.
Like,
that's good editing.
Yeah. No, yeah, there's people, especially the big YouTube stars, whatever, that have their own page. They'll pay other people to edit their stuff. But I'm not on that level.
Yeah, either are we.
Yeah. But you do a pretty good job, dude, honestly.
So another experience I had back in the day is I actually used to rap, and I actually used to help edit music videos back in the day. So there was a friend of mine that had Adobe Premiere Pro, and that's one of the best video editors out there. And he showed me how to edit here and there, and I would help him on what scenes that I was at. And doing that type of work helped me with the vlogs and pretty much the whole YouTube channel. So as soon as I downloaded the video editor, I almost knew instantly how to do this, how to do that, how to add the filters, how to add the special effects, how to put the beats in the background, like all that stuff. So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you have a decent amount of subscribers and watched videos. I mean, what's the trick? Because me and Marcos need to learn more and more as we go each week. What's the trick to get subscribers?
So what I do, and it's crazy because there's some videos where it'll just blow up, and I'm like, how the hell did it get over 1,000 or 2,000 views? But one thing I do is, especially the first time I made the YouTube channel, is I literally, how should I say this? I pretty much just advertise the hell out of the videos, and I'll send it to almost everybody I know,
That's
and I
smart
know a
though.
lot of people.
No. But like he said, he knows a lot of people. So like they're not
Yeah,
ever
so
yet. Yeah.
eventually, I'll tell them, be like, oh, this video, I'm hella drunk, check it out, or I use something for them to check it out, and so I tell people, I'm like, I support it, really appreciate it. But another thing I also do is on Facebook, there's a lot of groups, forums, stuff like that. And I'm trying to build this for Reddit and stuff like that. But I pretty much post it where there's groups that have like, let's say, for example, a Raider group of like 55,000 people. I'll literally post my video on that page, and that's where it'll blow up right there. So literally Reddit. I need to make a Twitter. I haven't made a Twitter. I know people are like, make a Twitter, but Twitter, and then yeah, for Facebook, just join those groups. I'm pretty sure there's groups for podcasts. Just pretty much put your page, your videos there, and be like, yo, check it out. We talk about this, and this, and a lot of times it'll, freaking you'll be surprised how many views it gets and how many people check it out with the curiosity.
That's smart, man. That's so
There we
smart.
go. I didn't think of that. That's a good.
Yeah.
Just gotta bully other
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That I do spam the shit out of the video sometimes with people I know, but a lot of people love them. So they're like, yeah, man. Whenever you got the next video, send it to me. So
How long?
kind of like a customer service type of thing,
Yeah, for sure. And then especially like I just got the thought, like if you're like going to a tailgate or an event and you're filming people, they think they're going to be in there too, right? So they're like,
Yes.
fuck, all right, I'm
So
gonna get in there. Yeah, where am I?
I tell people, especially if you watch the video, the Oakland Coliseum fireworks night. Literally, me and my friend Ben, we were walking around all the parking lot before an A's game, and well, we bullshit with people here and there, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm recording for my YouTube video. Check it out, and then they'll pop up their phone, and be like, all right, what's your YouTube page? And then they'll subscribe right there on the spot. And then I'll tell them when it's gonna come out, and I'll be like, yeah, I'll give you a shout out or something, or I'll make sure you're in the video, and
That's sales and marketing 101 right there.
Yeah.
So
And
how
the
long?
funny thing is, my job is I also sell too, so I know how to sell. Yes.
So real quick, how long have you been doing the vlogs? And then let's get into your sales. You mentioned you traveled. So real quick, how long have you been doing your vlog for?
So for the vlogs, actually not that long, since WrestleMania 30, since pretty much this year's WrestleMania in late April.
Nice.
It all started because a lot of people were like, dude, make a YouTube page. Why you go to a lot of events, go to a lot of places you travel, you should make a YouTube page. A lot of people love to see that. And it went to the point where after COVID was or I should say after the lockdown started being more calm or whatever, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to this WrestleMania. Not too many people are gonna go. So I should start the YouTube page right there. And that's when I started it. And I record a lot back in the day with Raider games and events. So I try to mix it with my Yes vlogs. Those are my present videos. For anything else, those are throwback videos. So people were like, oh, like Monday Night Football game, Raider fan goes in the field. That was a throwback. But, for people that are curious, like, why is he numbering Yes vlog and then this other video is not the Yes vlog? Because the vlog ones are the current present time videos. So yeah.
Smart.
So fan on the field, was that you?
No. But how I've been to so many games, I recorded so many people just running in there, especially the infamous one with Charles Woodson, which his last game in Oakland, where that fan runs in and gives him a hug before he gets tackled.
Oh shit!
That's classic.
That one.
That's classic.
That's dope. That's dope.
So anybody that's a Raider fan will remember that that time, and I was able to record it with my back in the day crappy phone, but it's clear enough to the point where I could put it on YouTube, which I did.
There you go. So you travel. So you mentioned you travel a lot, and you mentioned sales. So
I saw like Texas, San Diego. Are you just going there for fun, shits and giggles, or you have family there, or you're already going for work, or why are you ending up at those spots?
So pretty much, I travel. So I have that mindset where you only live once. A lot of times, well, I'm gonna give you a story actually on why I go to these events, why do I travel a lot. So back in the day, 2010, I had a best friend, right? He was almost like me, you know, hanged out with the wrong crowd here and there. And back before, well, I'm gonna say he passed away. He got murdered for a
Oh
robbery.
shit, bro.
And before then, before he got killed, I would never take pictures. I would never really go anywhere. You know, I just stay home, play video games. And then when he passed away after the robbery, that's when I kind of woke up. I was like, yo, like life's too short. He was
It kind of inspired you.
exactly. And I tell this to a few people, but it went to the point where like we don't know when our time is gonna end. He was only 18 when he got killed. So I was just like, man, like I need to enjoy life more. I need to go out more. And it inspired me to take more pictures because he was like me. He wouldn't take that much good pictures. So, you know, a lot of us were like, oh man, when we did find a picture of him, like we would get excited because it was like a rare type of thing. So that's the reason why I love taking pictures. I love recording everything because, you know, you live in the moment and you never know when that's going to be taken away from you. So that's another motivation that had me go to the events, travel, and just live life. And so the reason why I also travel too is I do have family almost all over the country.
Cool.
A big family. I mean, you know how us Mexicans do it.
You know how we do it.
Literally each part of my family, like my grandparents, they both had 10 kids each. So I have a lot of uncles, aunts, a whole lot of cousins. And yeah, so a lot of times there'll be like a big family gathering. The reason why I was San Antonio this year, my cousin was going to get married, and a lot of family was going to go there. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go there and also shoot my vlogs, which I did. And then for, I know a lot of other people too, like in Florida and like Vegas, LA, like, dude, but a lot of it's funny though because a lot of them I met at Raider games.
Yeah.
Hawaii. And
Oh yeah, you were telling me, yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing too is I remember there would always be a lot of different people sitting right next to me on the right hand side. And I was like, man, who owns these seats? And at one point it was this Hawaiian couple, and they were sitting next to us. And a lot of times they would be like, oh yeah, man, these are our seats. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, we're season ticket holders. And we're like, where are you guys from? And then he was like, oh, I'm from Hawaii. I was like, for real? And I told him, I was like, hell, I want to go to Hawaii. Da, da, da. And then it went to a point where he was like, yeah, man, whenever you want to go to Hawaii, let me know. So, and I love to travel, looked up the prices. I think it was like $300 round trip when I checked it out. And yeah, decided to visit with them a whole week. And dude, no joke, Hawaii is beautiful. Like
just from going to Raider games.
So, but
that's the camaraderie right there.
Right, right. But before we get into saying he just talked to somebody, you mentioned your, so I mean this is kind of serious, but then I want to dive into like the mindset you have. So you mentioned your partner passed away, and rest in peace and much respect for you sharing that story. For you, was he doing something different than you were? Because when you talk to us, you're very much like outgoing. Like you said, sales, you're very good with people. I was watching a video of you today, and you guys are like going to the Giants game. It was like East Bay. It was A's.
Oh yeah,
Giants.
the Battle of the Bay.
Yeah, Battle of the Bay. And you guys, and you're like, people are probably talking shit to you. You're probably talking, but you're polite. You're fucking like, you know, you get to your seat, you're like, oh yeah, excuse me, sir. You know, we're sitting over here. So you're like
just being in a good mood, you know.
You're like a dude that can like blend in anywhere pretty much. And then obviously you met some cat from Hawaii, and you're like, you know, fucking going out there. So like that itself is like a secret for people that don't know how to do that kind of stuff. So how did you kind of get on a path to like, you're just like like Rob's like that too, like very people friendly, very marketing.
It's a trait that the new generation doesn't really know and hold dearly anymore. People think it's confrontational when you're just talking.
Right. Exactly.
Creating eye contact.
I think about it. Yeah. It's hard. I mean, but then some of us too are kind of introverts until you put them in the right situation, have a couple of beers. So how do you sort of like, how had you, I guess what I'm trying to ask is like, how did you come up in terms of just like being able to like kind of take those traits and kind of like go to the next level with them? Because now you're going across the country, going to big events, meeting people. I mean, that's big skills right there.
So it's funny because back in the day, I used to be a quiet person, always shy, never really said anything until somebody talked to me. And then it went with a friend of mine back in the day was like, dude, why are you hella quiet? And then I told him, I was like, I talk, once in a while. And then he was like, dude, you should just keep on talking, dude. If you feel like you're not saying enough, just ask a question, start a conversation, talk about a subject. And then he kind of also inspired me in a way to talk more, because he kind of called me out. It was kind of some tough love stuff, but it helped out later on, because I was like, yeah, I should just keep on talking, or at least communicate more better than just wait until somebody talked to me about anything. So another thing too is I worked a lot with customer service. Believe it or not, my first job used to be at Krispy Kreme. Used to be at Krispy Kreme.
Nice.
So I worked there for a good handful of years, and I even bumped up to supervisor. And when I was a supervisor, you would take a lot of crap, a lot of complaints, donuts too stale, the glaze is not hot.
It's not sugary enough, motherfucker.
All that stuff. So pretty much with work and stuff, and like how I also do sales, I go to different companies and I try to sell them like office supplies, bathroom products, pretty much what other companies need. That's one of the many things I do for my job. And just talking to so many different people, and I'm talking about like hood people,
everybody,
people, like so many different people. So like, let's just say for office people, be like, oh, hi, I'm Leo. We have this promotion going on, blah, blah, blah. But, when it comes to like in the hood or something, I'll be like, oh, what's up, man? Hey, dude, we got this little special, dude. Like you kind of got to switch it up. And
you might have to talk to us.
Yeah. Hey, sit down.
He's like, damn, squirrel.
Yeah.
He's like, what's up?
Yeah.
Usually with me also, and I seen this interview with, believe it or not, Mac Dre before he died, and he mentioned that the reason why he was with Mac Dre how he was is he kicked it with a lot of different people. Yeah. Like he says he kicked it with the gangsters. He'll kick it with like the nerdy guys. He'll kick it with like hella different minorities too. And sometimes I think for a person to be like really cool, you have to have friends with different backgrounds, not just one set. Like, because for me, I have, not just my thuggish, ruggish friends, but also have my nerdy friends that, like play video games. And sometimes we need those. And then I have my other friends that, let's just say like to go out, other friends that want to go to sporting events. So I have a mixture of like all these different friends. And I think for a lot of people, they should go out and try to pretty much be cool with almost everybody, not get close, but just be cool with everybody. And I think in the long run, it'll help them out mentally with, how they live their life. So,
yeah, I love that. Like, exactly. I find at work, we use the word the cool because somebody said cool, but like you said it, be cool with people. That is like kind of like a mantra for, I think, a lot of folks and probably our generation, that kind of is like, like Rob said, is kind of, it gets a little bit forgotten because everybody took sides with
you want to be cool with everybody too, because you don't know where you're going to end up one day. You could be drunk and end up in jail or somewhere, and you're going to run into somebody, and thank God you were cool with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of things too is almost all my jobs, how I got them is through connections. So it's always good to have those connections because you never know when they're going to help you out in the long run too.
So okay. Well, thank you. Well, first and foremost, thank you for answering that question, because I definitely appreciate it. Like, if we could ever school anybody, this is how we do it, right? I don't think people are listening like that, but whatever. But So let's get back to like maybe the vlog part and definitely your travel part. So you're gonna go to a big event. What's your itinerary looking like? Like you fly in.
Yeah, what's
day
the next
one,
big event? That's a good
what do you
question.
do? Then blah blah blah. So how do you maximize fun for that trip, and how many days does it usually last?
Oh man, that's a so usually what I do is I'll look at what days I could get off, of course. If
Right.
it's on a Saturday, it's usually perfect. But how I plan it out, it's who I'm gonna go with. Um Usually how long am I gonna be there for? Let's just say for example, I went to the Gold Cup, Mexico versus US. And the funny thing about that one is the same weekend, it was my friend's birthday that weekend. So we celebrated his birthday in Vegas on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we went to the Gold Cup. And on Monday I was off. But how I prepare it, it's one of those, I just gotta see who's all down to go. And not really plan it out, but my mindset also with those big events is let's just see how it goes. And because a lot of times things don't go as planned. Like for example, if you
Travel
try to
or
invite
something.
somebody, sometimes they cat off, flake, whatever. So you just kind of have to just once you're there, all right, let's check out downtown. For when I was in Tampa, that was the first thing I did. We went to downtown, and the funny thing is, I met Edge, the
Oh,
Rated R
really?
Superstar.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's OG. Christian and
So
Edge.
so we were literally walking after we went to a restaurant near the water. We were walking near the Marriott and we seen a group of people and we're like, oh, what's going on? And then we walked closer and it was WWE superstars. But the biggest one that caught my attention was Edge. And I'm like, he had the mask on. I have the picture on the vlog. But yeah, I was like, oh shit. And then no joke, he was being so cool. He had his bodyguard like way in the corner so he wouldn't pretty much bother people because everybody's being respectful. And no joke, he literally took pictures and autographed everything. He was there.
How big is he? He's like what, 6'2", 6'3"?
He's at least 6'2", 6'3" at least. Because I'm 5'11" and he was like
You're right.
like
Like
this
just
much.
like, yeah.
So I want to say 6'3" at least.
Is he look big? Like
He didn't
shoulders
look
wise?
too like but like swole, but like he had a tank top on, but you know he was in good shape though. I don't know how old Edge is, like 50 years old or something.
Damn.
But he's in good shape. So
I should
yeah, I
be
think he's
shape
like
like
50.
that.
Oh
So,
man.
yeah, man. With those 50-year-olds, it gives me confidence that I could, still be in shape at that age.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, my only, well, I used to work at the Shark Tank, so like my
Nice.
claim to fame is I worked like a SummerSlam, and the main event was it must have been like 2001, maybe or like anywhere from 2000 to 2004 because that's when I left San Jose.
Yeah.
But it was The Rock versus Booker T.
Oh, I think that was one.
Okay, so yeah,
because
This guy's the expert. He knows.
yeah.
No, I used to watch it religiously back in the day
Yeah.
because I think back in 2002 is when Rock and Lesnar was going at it, and Rock lost the belt to Lesnar for some 02. So I think 01 because they had that WCW invasion thing that didn't go that well, and so that's kind of how I remembered it.
So I remember like walking backstage to like a catering table, and it was like both those motherfuckers and their chonies fucking getting ready to like go into the ring.
They're getting oiled up.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were both the same size. I was like, what the fuck? And they were like two big ass dudes. I think that might have been the same. If it wasn't that one, it was this one where Triple H got his knee wrecked. I don't remember if it was that event or if it was another one. But anyway, I saw like the Big Show. I remember how big he was.
He's
and
huge.
He's big, dude. Like you go see the guys like that, you're just like, you look up. you're like, fuck. But I don't remember who else I saw, but I just remember that like moment seeing The Rock because everybody was a Rock's fan. And Booker T's like a goat, but nobody wants to call him as but yeah. So anyway,
he's been on and off though. Like I love Booker T, but
he's like a one-trick pony, right? Like with his moves.
Did you watch the A&E on Booker T?
I did. The funny thing is that one thing they didn't bring up was the WrestleMania 19 match with him and Triple H, because we all know there was some racist remarks. Like I think it was Triple H told Booker T, like a guy like you or that looks like you will never win the big one or something like that.
Oh
And
shit.
everybody, if you look back at it, it might be still on YouTube or something, or maybe even on network. But there was some remarks where if it would have happened today, you know, Triple H would be canceled, of course.
You would have got Gruden.
That's a new term.
Right?
Damn, son, you
Oh,
been
man.
Gruden.
That's the new cancel
shit.
culture term.
Shit.
Yeah.
They
That's what
got
I've been using
Gruden.
at work.
I
I said, well, let me tell you a quick work story. At work, somebody was talking about their package and did the vendor get their stuff? And I said, oh, I haven't seen the mailman. I mean, male, man or woman. Don't Gruden me, okay?
Damn.
I didn't catch myself because I said mailman. You know, I'm so used to that. So, yeah. Anyways.
You gotta watch out nowadays because it be like that.
Yeah. Shit, man.
Oh man.
So
it's
any
crazy.
any other wrestling stars that you've seen, or do you ever go to the? I know like those celebrity. What do you call those? Sometimes they have conventions where folks will sign stuff. I think
yeah.
like Scott Hall does that.
WrestleCon or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I went to so the funny thing is my coworker, believe it or not, is the manager of Bret Hart.
Oh shit!
His name is Kirk. I could show you pictures later on, but so and he runs the independent wrestling company called BTW, Big Time Wrestling. And he gets me tickets all the time, man. Love the guy. So when I was in New York for WrestleMania, when I was at MetLife, he got me into the convention the day before, where there was a lot of legends, of course, Bret Hart, Ric Flair, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall,
Damn, outsiders.
no, Trish Stratus, the Sandman.
Oh yes, man.
I took a picture with all these guys too, and he let me in it. And the funny thing is, I wanted to post like the Ric Flair picture so bad, but the thing that sucks though was that was the only picture where I had my eyes closed.
Oh shit!
I would have posted it anyway.
I know. Cutting yourself out.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna say it for another time because Ric Flair is kind of Gruden right now with the dark side of the ring. But I mean, I don't think that's gonna last. But yeah, no, I met a lot of people, including trying to think what else. I'm gonna promote my coworker Kirk's thing. So in BTW, he has it on Newark, California.
Okay.
And he'll have a lot of stars. He had Chris Masters.
Isn't that a wrestling school or what is that really?
No, Big Time Wrestling. That's it's an indie wrestling company, but he also owns a school.
Yeah.
And honestly, believe it or not, he's the one that trained Bailey.
Oh, okay.
If you look at the documentary she's been at,
isn't there that movie too with not Simon Pegg but the other guy? I think it's Bailey. Bailey's from like Ireland or Europe, right?
No, Bailey. She's from Newark, believe it or not.
Oh, so well, I'm off. I'm way off. Sorry.
No, but now she's an East Bay girl. But the funny thing is, like, if you look at her Wikipedia, it says she's from Newark, but when she comes down the ring, they say she's from San Jose. But we all know they gave her the bigger city because more people know San Jose.
So what about Mr. Yes? What's his name? I can't catch his name. The white dude.
RVD.
RVD?
Rob Van Dam. He goes like this. He goes, RVD. Oh, Daniel Bryant. Daniel Bryant.
Isn't he from around here?
No,
he went to school here in the East Bay, though, right? Wrestling school?
He's from Seattle.
But didn't he go to school in the East Bay here, wrestling school?
That's a good question.
My cousin wrestled him, believe it or not. Shout out James Choi. He tried to be a wrestler.
Hey.
He wrestled him, Daniel Bryant, here somewhere in the East Bay, I remember.
I'm going to have to look into that because, dude, no joke. There's a lot of wrestling independent companies like Big Time Wrestling, Hood Slam, East Bay Pro Wrestling. Like, there's so many, like, independent whatchamacallit, even in San Jose, I think it's they have this underground wrestling where they have like death matches and stuff.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
I went to one of them, and dude, it was crazy. Like literally, they had it in a big bar. So like the corner's a bar, but like the other side's a stage, and that's where they had the ring. And they had so much crazy shit going on. People going through glass, barbed wires.
Fuck.
Like
I gotta check that out. That sounds cool.
I think it's called Underground Wrestling Alliance or something like that. I could be wrong, but literally their show was great. The only issue is they have it on Sunday nights, and I work on Monday mornings, so it's like,
Yeah,
you know,
fuck.
it
I
is tough.
I hit my back on a hand railing today. It hella hurt. They should have a hand railing match.
So, like if you hit your head on that, you get eliminated.
Yeah, just have it in the middle of the ring. You're like, oh.
Dude, no joke. After saying eliminated, like it gives me kind of chills because I just started watching Squid Games.
Oh yeah. Squid Game's
The best, best Squid Game.
Yeah.
I'm on the 4th episode, so I no spoilers, but you know how they say, oh, if you lose a game, you're eliminated.
Yeah.
Like, you die. So every time now say eliminated, I'm like, I just picture Squid Games, like crazy show.
I think the crazy part too with that is like the people get murked like up close. They're just like,
dude, they zoom in on the blood and
You know what I like about that show? There's no like special effects or like green screen or animation. It's just drama. It's just human thriller.
Just raw and uncut.
Yeah. Well, that's how you need. Like sometimes. I'm sorry, not to cut you off, bro.
Yeah.
But I think like a lot of like good Netflix shows are like that because like a lot of them are now series, so you can't afford all that. And then like I heard like they spend hella bank. Like they said they spent like 19 million on Squid Games as a whole series.
Which isn't that bad, really.
Yeah, they said Stranger Things is like
Dave Chappelle cost 20 million.
Exactly.
Just cracking jokes.
Exactly. And they said dude, what the fuck? Man. So we were talking. I mean, listen, we're not gonna. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. So is there anything? So let's go back to you and put you on the spot. So for your vlogs, are there things that you won't show or you like are kind of mindful about? Like you mentioned the people on the field, or like are there fights? You're like, oh shit, like this is kind of getting out of control, or is there like?
I do have some fights in stadiums. One throwback video I want to do was the last Battle of the Bay in at Levi Stadium in 2018 when the Raiders were still Oakland. And no joke, I caught a lot of fights in that
you gotta
game.
post that. You gotta post
I post.
Sure.
So the funny thing is, not only did I caught the video footage of like people fighting, whatever, but my videos went viral.
Formation, offense, number 70. Penalties for 5 years into the play.
Oh shit! Damn, he's busted.
Oh my God! Number 18, Dante is there.
Was that a Niner against a Niner?
That's Niner on Niner.
Oh man, what's going on in this world?
Look at that boy, dog.
Like no joke. When I posted it, literally, I had so many news people message me and say, "Oh, Leo, could we use your video? We'll give you credit."
Oh, you need cash. You need some money.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I'm saying. If I got a good video that TV wants, I need some money. I need some Skrilla right there.
Well, the thing is, I was younger, so I didn't know much about it, and there was already other websites using my videos. So I was like, "Fuck!" Because no joke, literally the fights they were getting shared like crazy, and so I was like, yeah, you just give me credit so that way people know, it came from me, whatever. And no joke, like I recorded once I came back from the event, I recorded so many of the morning video news, whatever, and they literally showed my fights almost over and over and over. And then the next like let's say I'll go to Fox, they will show it. I go to Channel 5, they will show it, and I'm like, oh crap, like this video is everywhere. And it was funny because the video was a Niner fan fighting another Niner fan, and it's on my Instagram if you want to go way back in 2018. But yeah, literally, and one of the Niner fans got busted up. And with me, I'm good at recording stuff and zooming in. So like the way I zoom in on his face was almost perfectly, because like right when he turned around, that's when you could just see like the gash of blood like on his face. And luckily I was able to record it on my phone too, like the news people talking about my video, which whenever I do that throwback video, I'm gonna save it for I think the next time the Raiders and Niners play in regular season is next season. So I'll probably release it next season. They're gonna play in Vegas, which that should be an interesting one.
All right, Leo. Well, thanks, bro, for joining us. I mean, nice to meet you, man. And appreciate
thanks for driving down.
So I heard you got a busy schedule coming up traveling. I mean, if you want to shout out any places you're gonna be so people can holler at you, like do that.
So next weekend I'm gonna be in Vegas.
Oh shit.
And then I think 4 days after that, I'm gonna be in Texas, San Antonio. And then be there for a couple of days for family. And then after that, I'm going from Texas to Miami.
Fuck.
And yeah, and I'm gonna be there for my birthday. My birthday's October 30th, so definitely gonna be in South Beach, just getting my drink on in the beach.
Damn.
And then after that, fly back from Miami to Oakland. So it's gonna be a long week.
Getting those miles.
Damn.
Definitely, but I didn't pick Southwest though, because of all the canceled flights. So even though I want to stack up my points, but yes, Southwest is be careful with them with the strike. So you don't want to get any canceled flights with them.
So are you on like Soul Plane or something? Like
Soul Plane.
Oh, we need an airlines like that. It's like, come on, Kevin Hart, make it happen.
All right, bro. All right, thanks, Leo. Episode 26, Stream Tokens.
Yes, gotta do
there
it again.
It is.
Oh, wait. Shout out. Sorry, before we jump off, shout out your social media one more time, please.
Oh, yes. So you could I'll do the YouTube first because I want to get more subscribers. So Leo Yes Entertainment, that's my YouTube channel. And then for my Instagram, it's damn, I kind of forgot my Instagram name. I think I have it Leo CC510. Pretty much, if you could edit, like I just put it below like where I'm at, and then just be like, this is Instagram.
Leo CC 510.
Yeah, there you go.
Leo SI 510.
Yeah, CC. Yes.
Awesome. All right, thanks, bro. Thanks for being on. All right, fellas.
All right, man.
Stream Tokens 20.
All right, see ya.
Peace.
Easily I approach the fifth of him because I ain't no joke.